Hey everybody, so welcome to the moon in Starbase. This is the last day of the closed alpha, so basically the city will probably look a bit different. They'll probably have a different location on the moon. It might be on a different moon. The moons themselves are going to be different locations. Basically, a lot of things are going to change. But I thought, well, okay, we got to check out the moon. And this is a perfect time because look we're getting the light coming in too. So I crashed somewhere way, way far away behind those mountains. I ran out of fuel. I'll have another video I'll put up. I didn't have any voiceover or anything on that one. It was just more like, hey, let's just take a ride all the way to the moon and see what it was. And I actually ran out, so... Oh, somebody else did. I'm just going to say, me too. Anyways, so yeah, here is the moon. So let's go ahead and do a little sprint over here. Looks like they might have ramps and stuff like that. I can't wait till... maybe someday there's land vehicles. I feel like we've talked about in this game in the past, potentially like wheels and things like that and some sort of gravity and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that later on in time because I think it's just cool seeing the ships come in and out. But at the same time, I think it'd be really cool just seeing things like, vehicles going out around the moon itself as well. So I think it could add a whole new other, world and universe of gameplay to it. So I think that's pretty incredible. But anyways, man, this place is huge. It's beautiful. And that's the best part of Dual Universe here. So just to get, I always like to, be honest and admit, my FPS with you guys here. So I'm doing about 60 to 70 FPS with max settings of everything here, which that's pretty good actually. I mean, this is a big, huge honking city, obviously, even with some interiors and stuff here. So that's pretty cool. Plus, they're probably doing, since this is like the closed alpha and the last day, they're probably doing some events, probably spawning some crazy stuff. Who knows? After what we saw at Origin Station, I'm like, yeah, I usually get 144 FPS, and then all of a sudden I'm losing some FPS. It's like, okay, things are making sense. But yeah, look at this. They got even these like turbo lifts. So you can actually, if you didn't know about this, what you can do is you can do this. Yeah. So you can use your Q key, and then you can go up here at full run speed instead of having to fly up, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know if they'll ever add like a turbo lift type system into the game where instead you could take an elevator up and down. I think that would be pretty incredible, but I'm happy with, doing this way too right now as well. I always like to see like more mechanical things, obviously, so that's why I always bring that up. It's not like I have a problem with the way we do it now. It's just, hey, if you add some new things down the road, I'm for it. Okay, there you go. Wow, look at the view here. So that's no wonder, we're still getting, look at this. I'm getting like 70 FPS. This is so crazy. It's so beautiful. It's amazing looking, and I get really good FPS. I can't believe it. And the moon is huge. The scope of the city and the style of it and everything, like, I'm sorry, and I'm going to use Dual Universe as a reference point because, Dual Universe, but if Dual Universe did this, I would be sitting here with 3 FPS right now. I'm just letting you know how it would be. This is incredible. This is really amazing. I love it. So yeah, and then I guess we get to jump. Now, I don't know if we get to fall fast. No, you're just flying at that point because of the height. So then you probably want to just go ahead and... I wonder if there you go. It was like, I got a Q there. So we'll run back down here. But how cool is that? I love just like running down the side here. Whee! And for you guys who don't know why I'm walking funny like this, blah, 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 there's minor gravity on the moon. It's not crazy. I guess it's a very, it's considered a very small moon without that much gravity, so you can fly on the moon itself. But the truth here is we're using magnetic boots and we're endoskeletons, right? And so I guess the idea is, everything's about that. Now, here's the part I always fail. There you go. Fail at. So we're up in the topper area here. Just a nice little area. Very cool. And like these places like this is a city and it's kind of empty right now. Obviously, there's probably some content in it, but imagine filling this up with other content over time. Maybe they'll allow like players to actually rent these buildings for like a corporation or a shop. You know what I mean? Like they could do anything they want. And don't forget, you, the player, can build this. This is all built with, as far as I know, with all the structure blocks in the game. So you could just build one of these yourself one day. But it's beautiful. This is the first time I've ever been here, so that's why I'm like just beyond like amazed. Like graphically, it is incredible. I love the style of it though. It's like it's amazing. Oh, and that was the gate we came through. And then thankfully there is like a gravity pull, so my ship started to fall towards the planet. Thankfully, or I would have been stuck up there forever. So. I want to go over there, but I might as well check what's over here. Cool. Like I said, I'm sure most of these are going to be a bit empty. I don't think there's you know, it's more like a big tech city than anything. I don't think there's much in it at this time, and I suspect there will be usages for it over time, but that's not now. I love the like the underbelly kind of thing here. Look at that. That is so cool. This would be a perfect place like to go under there and work on building like they don't seem to have builders here. They probably have somewhere, but like, you know, it'd be a good spot to like, you know, work on your vehicle underground there, kind of like if you had like a land vehicle. Looks like we were coming up to something here. Very cool. This is when people are probably doing some stuff. Yeah, my FPS is starting to go down a bit, so this is where the crazy stuff is probably starting to happen now. Physics collision and stuff like that, probably higher calculation. So if a ship is moving back and forth like this, probably gives a bit of a calculation. This ship has durability error. I like that when I landed on it. Yeah, I'd have to agree. That ship probably does have some durability errors. I wonder what this guy's up to. Guess we'll, oh. Guess we went for the flying. Oh. Oh my goodness, now it changes? It's like, now you want to change, huh? I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. Let's keep going here. I think this guy's like me. He's just exploring around. He's probably wondering if they're where everyone else is hanging. I really don't know where they're all hanging. It's not a big deal to me. I'm just exploring anyways. Man, this thing is massive. To do a video where you go into every single building and, you know, not every square inch, but like every street and walkway area, you'd have to be here for like 24 hours probably. This is pretty incredible. It really makes you feel like, you know, you're in an actual like big city in a video game. Like, you know, like, oh, you know, what do you call that one that everyone plays? Grand Theft Auto kind of thing. It's like, here's the main city or something, you know. It has that feeling where it's like, damn. That's just intense. Here's this cool little bridge here. Looks amazing though. I love the work they did here. Some cool landing pads over there. I like the gate thing there, though. It looks more like an anomaly. Like, imagine one of those opening up somewhere above your city. It's like, and all of a sudden it starts slowly sucking things in like a black hole. So cool. Should probably run. Usually running is a bit faster than doing that. take a few more minutes to check around here. Might as well. I have nothing to lose here. I'm enjoying this, so. This might be a place I might not be able to visit for a few months, right? So, oh, look, we found more people. Oh, now we're talking. We found humans. Or, sorry, endos. They're just having fun over here. They might not be doing anything. They're just being silly, maybe. This is why, you know, you start getting a bit of the drops of over time. So they have a bunch of items here, but I'm guessing all over the place, scattered. There's a lot of random items too over time. Now, I don't know if we have the ability to clean up this stuff. Like, it would be kind of cool if you could clean all this up over time as a player. I don't know if you can or not, though. I mean, if you can pick it up, I'm wondering if at that point you do have that ability. Because, you know, it's a safe zone, so you're not supposed to be able to break this. But at the same time, I do want like a cleanup system, but I don't want it to be AI-based. I want it to be player-based, where like even in a safe zone, if there's a bunch of debris, crap, whatever, after a certain time expired, whatever, you know what I mean? That like we should be able to clean it up. It might be already in too, to be honest, but you can see the gravity there alone, you know. That was a hell of a noise. What is all that racket up there? I want to do that again. It was just so loud. Oh, they did a really good job with the sound effects too, to be fair. That's not, yeah. So freaking cool, and I love the mountains. It's just so astonishing how well these devs outdone themselves. Like, you know, this is not bashing like Space Engineers. Here's another example. You know, this is not bashing Space Engineers. Space Engineers is old now and blah blah blah. But like, it doesn't matter. I mean, you know, Space Engineers, those devs, the amount of money, you know, it was a different story, obviously over time. But you know, just like thinking about planets, even, you know, an empty planet in Space Engineers was like, when it first happened, it was like, well, here's my 30 FPS kind of thing. And as over time, it got better and improved. But then when you add a bunch of structures on it, well, then there you go again. You're doomed again. But it's amazing to see the scope of this, like a massive city in this scope, playing at decent frames. It's just, to me, it's insane. It's cool. Oh, this guy's following me. Hello. Put it down in our pit down there. Okay, let's go check over. Let's go over here. And I think I want to check out the Bolts place there. Man, it's so big here. Okay. Let's see where these people might be hanging around. I'm like so happy we start in space, but at the same time, I mean, starting off like a city from this would be pretty badass. But I think on the ground, it definitely is better in space. Everyone else pretty much does the whole ground thing already, so I'm actually really happy they're doing this one in space. Bolts. This is like the headquarters for Bolts, I guess. Very cool looking. Looks like similar design. I mean, they might, you know, have different. This one looks like it's different inside overall, like, but you know, same kind of same artistic style. Oh, I love the shadowing on here. Is this really shadows from like... Oh yeah, it really is the shadowing from that. Wow. That's actually pretty lighting. You could do like a nice art piece with the lighting like that. Isn't that cool? Just turn off my flashlight. People are getting ready to say bye to the server. Some are gonna AFK till it takes it, completely down. But I saw some signs over here. There's a workshop over here. Might as well check that out. I did see some other signs over there before, but we got distracted, so we'll go chase this one. We haven't really been across the bridge yet, so. The stack thing there is interesting. It keeps getting me like, what is that? What does it mean? What does it do? For some reason, it looks like a big giant firecracker, to be honest. Ship design workshop. Ah, yeah, the ship design workshop. And one thing I learned, and I didn't realize this before, especially when doing some recording, they're getting rid of all the shops too. So that might be the last time you see a lot of those shops that we saw before, because the players are going to make it themselves, basically. They're going to be building and designing a lot of the stuff. Now, it's probably too late with this idea and thought, but it'd be kind of cool if they kept the shops somewhat in place, but they merged the auction house into like a filtering system where basically, you have the shop for this and that, but the auction house is like there as well, like for that category, and that way it's a bit more filtered and cleaner, and plus you can, you still run around the station collecting different items instead of like everyone just piling up at the auction houses, if you know what I mean. I think that would have been kind of cool, but you never know. It might actually be a thing too. We don't actually know. Early access. So for those who have never played closed alpha to early access is actually going to be quite a jump for us. We actually don't know all the ins and outs. They've given us a pretty big detailed list, which apparently wasn't everything on it. But a lot is changing, so that one for the economy is probably my favorite one ever. So, like, as far as I know, there's no ability to buy anything besides maybe fuel, right? Maybe fuel rods, question mark. But it sounded like, you can't go and just buy, random parts and all that. It sounds like you actually have to craft it, make it, things like that, and that's where the auction house and whatnot will come in play, I think. So I think that's really incredible. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So our rocket launcher thing that we were joking about was a bloody light effect. Oh my goodness. Far away it looked like some fancy like firecracker like base to it, you know what I mean, the base of it, and all it was this cool looking light. Oh, that is so awesome. That's incredible, to be honest, just because of like how I literally thought it was something like an actual structure itself. It's like, this is a fancy structure. I need to visit it. I like this too here. I'm guessing this is probably just we have that tool we can use here. Yeah, it's just interior wall. So it's not something programmed, I don't think. It's not like done by Lure or anything like that. It's just, and I don't know if we have access to that. We probably do, but or we will. But it's just an image on the wall, I guess. It's not. I was just wondering if it was something special, basically. So FPS is tanking a wee bit. That means something big is happening over here, or somebody did something bad recently, and we're just getting hit. I don't see anything, though. Man, this place is so amazing, though. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that wouldn't be normal and things that wouldn't normally happen in the after this. People don't care. They've been smashing up their ships. They've been silly. They've been littering. And as far as I know, we should be able to salvage that too. And I really don't know how that works, if it will work right away. But, the cleanup and that kind of stuff shouldn't be a problem because, I mean, hey, if a player has abandoned that and just left that to be, I mean, wouldn't I want to go around and gather all that for parts now? You know what I mean? So I would assume that there will be some sort of system in place for us to do that. Very cool. Yeah, that yellow bar on the bottom right is like my capacitor, so basically sort of like stamina running. You know, you can't always constantly do it. You gotta recharge your capacitor. So, you know, you have maybe an internal battery system or a generator that always produces, you know, you're able to keep your functions going and everything, but it has a slower charge than the max, you know, needed charge to use your, like your endo, you know, your legs basically at full speed kind of thing. So at that point, you know, it would slow down a bit. I hear noises here, but I don't see it. I see some debris over here. It sounds like a ship just physically bouncing around. Oh, yeah, there it is. I love how we could hear that so far away, too. That was pretty cool. Here's a ship. I don't know what happened here. I don't know if it fell and crashed, but basically it's kind of glitched out. The structural integrity is failing. It's falling apart. You can see it's literally breaking into pieces. You probably still can't assist me, I guess. Yeah. She's going up anyway, so. This ship has a durability error. I wonder why you would think that. Here's the fuel rod. I could actually just take this back to my... We can't pick this up right now. This is why I was wondering about the salvage. So originally when this happens, you can't pick them up, but after some time, I don't know if it's 10 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that, then all of a sudden you can. So that's where I believe that maybe we are able to salvage it. I'm guessing the parts are too big. I'm just not quite sure how that part works. Like, I don't know how to get into my inventory because the F key doesn't work, and always wondered, well, is it just because it's just too big of an item? It's an in-world interaction kind of thing. So how do you get into a storage? Can those be into a storage? If not, you know, what do you do with them kind of thing? Because I don't think, you know, when you do have the physics on them, I don't think I've been able to break them either, so I can't break them down for parts. Some questions out there people will be able to answer. There's Kite there, so that's the place that'll exist in early access for sure. That'll be the place where you can just change your looks. I don't think they offer any like benefit armor wise. I think it's just more for looks, so you can change out your body, your exo, just basically the armor on your body, and change it and change your appearance in a sense. But I think we're going to leave it there in a minute here, my friends. We explored this, and I had a lot of fun checking this out, and I hope you did too. Definitely a really cool place. I've never been here, so I'm happy to finally got to visit this, especially in the closed alpha, just because this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I'm happy that I'm able to also share this with you guys, because now this, you know, once I put this on YouTube, it'll be a memory there forever for everyone, and you might want to check this out and be like, oh man, you know, there's that guy who's claiming he's getting 60 to 70 FPS. Well, now I'm getting more to 30 or 40 around these crazier areas, but still, you know, it's amazing to see what I'm getting here. So and it's kind of cool to like kind of go back and be like, oh, I remember back in the day they used to do this and that, but now they changed it. Or incredible. So these are the buildings, you know, but they don't have anything in it. So I'm not sure if that means there isn't supposed to be a shop here. This is just supposed to be like, I wonder if this is just their corporate office in a sense. And so it's not supposed to have anything here, really. It's just more like, oh, this is their office, but not, you know, a store in a sense. We'll go back in this tower. Might as well enjoy it one more last time, I guess. Crazy how big these towers are when you think about it. Whee! We're getting up there, my friends. Whee! Almost there. Man, these are amazingly tall. Ah! There you go. Yeah, to the top. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, look at they have. I wonder if you can climb these at all. Can you? I've never tried. No, you gotta fly. But it seems like, you know, if you can fly on the moon here, then you're not too worried about the gravity issues, anyways. There, so just for looks more than anything. Now the question is the ladder real, or did somebody actually build it like through parts? I mean, that looks pretty real. I can't see that being built through parts, but you never know in these games sometimes. Oh, I guess I go to data here. Oh, it won't tell me it, apparently. Yeah, I guess it won't tell me here, so I might not be able to. Selected, maybe? Yeah, material. Tells you what the material is. Oh, it's a plate. Oh, it doesn't tell you, actually. It's made out of this material, but it doesn't actually tell you what kind of material it is. Is there any parts on here that tell you? No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that they didn't clear a name out of it, but I'm guessing it is maybe something a little bit more custom, maybe? Interesting. Okay, my friends. Well, I think that's it. I think we've explored a big chunk of this, and that was really enjoyable, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Isn't that amazing? Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in early access.